Good evening, 007, we meet again. Okay, none of the villains actually said that, but you'd think one of them would have. I mean, come on, there's loads of them. In fact, there's enough to fill an entire month of VEMBER, our annual salute to all things 007, and this year, we're saluting those who make Bond look so good by being all kinds of bad. You know the saying about the merit of a hero and how it's measured by the quality of his enemies? While this saying was coined long before Ian Fleming put pen to paper, it was the Bond movies that put that question of what makes a great villain into perspective. Is it their capacity for ruthlessness? The horrifying scale of their plans? Their motives which hint at a significantly damaged individual? Is it a combination of all of those? Well, this year, we're going to focus on those questions, and what's more, we're going to do it in our less to more format. Every day in November, we're going to release a character spotlight on all of the Bond villains we hate to love, from the lesser villains to the most. And also, on a note of technicality, I know Blofeld has been a recurring villain in the various films, but like Bond, Blofeld has been played by many different actors. So in those instances, we're going to spotlight those particular iterations of the character, effectively by coincidence, even giving you my pick for best Blofeld. So bonus! We've got 24 films and loads of villains to get through, so let's start climbing. Ugh. You know, Bond's parents died ages ago in that climbing accident. There's just gotta come a time where you just have to separate an idiom from an incident. Ugh. Double November! Ah! You thought Die Another Day was gonna bottom this list again, huh? Good guess. And if it's any consolation, you won't have long to wait. So it leaves one to wonder how the villains in The Living Daylights could be worse than that. Simple. For all of Gustav Graves' evident flaws, at least we remember that villain and how stupid he is. But what the hell do we get from Georgi Koskov and Brad Whittaker? Well, what's the answer, Cooney?
Nothing! Absolutely nothing! Stupid! You're so stupid!
That's right. We get squat. There is nothing memorable, imposing, intimidating, or memorable. Wait, didn't I already say memorable? See, their blandness is bleeding into my subconscious and making me forget my own words. Everything about these two is boring, and even a bit embarrassing. Koskov himself is essentially a con artist in a KGB uniform who cons MI6 into helping him defect so he can have free reign to make a ton of money in the illegal arms and opium trade, and even baiting Bond into killing a rival General Pushkin by setting him up as a patsy to get the heat off Koskov while he does his dirty work. Okay. Admittedly, the way he manipulates people is impressive, but in the end, he's just a low-rate dirt peddler looking to bail on the Soviet Union and pull off a massive get-rich-quick scheme, one in which the stakes are so low that you're honestly left to wonder why Bond is killing himself to even bother with this. Bond has stopped eco-terrorists from poisoning the Earth in space! I think it's safe to say these problems are well below his pay grade. Koskov just wants money and nothing else. His ambitions are embarrassingly small, and while that may work for villains in a cop drama, it's peanuts when you compare him to the examples to come. And meanwhile, you've got
Mitchell,
Hearts pounding,
Mitchell,
veins clogging,
Mitchell.
It seems like all the Bond villain quirks that Koskov should have got were funneled into Whittaker. And what a piece of work this clown is. He idolizes fascists, tyrants, and murderers and molds them into his own image. He rewrites famous battles according to his own strategies with his toy models. When Bond comes in to confront him, it's like,
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls again. Good!
apart from that, we see nothing else from him. He's in 3 scenes, 2 in his playpen and 1 on a patio, but his character is so dull you get more distracted by Speedy Delivery Guy and his package. The Living Daylights on a whole is an uninspired affair, and these 2 characters are the essential personifications of the absence of said inspiration.